It is the 10-year anniversary of when I saved a 3-year-old little girl's life. And we were at the pool. It was my sons and I. I was like throwing my 11-year-old. He liked to be shoved in the air and land in the pool. And my 11-year-old was off to the side. He went to get something to drink or a snack, or maybe he went to the bathroom. But when he got back in the pool, he noticed a little girl head down floating in the pool. And so he screamed, he yelled to the lady, "Hey, is this okay?" This lady there. She screamed out, "Oh my God, help!" And so he screamed out to me, "Dad!" So I look over and I tell my 8-year-old, go with your brother. And so I swam over to the situation. Now, by the time I got over there, they had pulled the little girl out of the water, and she was purple, and she had white stuff coming out of her mouth, like foam. So when I got to the situation, there were two lifeguards standing over her and a bunch of them around, but nobody was doing anything. And there was, again, probably about maybe 100 people at the pool. You know, that's men, women, children. They were all screaming and hooting and hollering, and nobody was doing anything. The lifeguard that was hovering right above the little girl was shaking. She didn't want to put her hands on the child. Like, you can be trained all you want, but there's three reactions. There's flight or flight, and sometimes deer in the headlights where you just freeze. This girl was one of those, just freeze. So me being the person I am, I'm kind of a smart ass. So when I swam over there, when I got out of the pool and I seen that she was just shaking, I was like, "You don't know how to do CPR?" And I didn't wait for her answer because we don't have time. I have a very smart, strong, fast brain, and I know we have seconds until she's brain dead, and maybe minutes till she's dead. So I got to go in. So I started going in and doing the chest compressions, and then I went in and did the first breath compression, the first breath into her. Now, when I breathed into her, and this is where you want to pay attention. I don't know if you've ever breathed into a balloon. You ever breathe into a balloon where you can't breathe into it anymore and just you can't? That's what it was like. Her airway was clogged. There was nothing of my air was getting into her. So I was like, "Oh my God, oh my God." In my head, I was thinking, "Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, please, 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 no." But I was also thinking what to do. So in my mind, I was like, let me take a big, huge breath and just breathe it into her. So I did this big gulp of air. And I breathed it with such ferocity into her that breath helped dislodge whatever it was. And she spit up a little bit in my mouth. Now, when she did that, I turned her on her side, but it didn't fully dislodge whatever was ever clogging her. So I did more chest compressions. I turned her back over and I did more chest compressions. And then I did another breath and I did the same thing. I said, let me do another same thing. Big breath into her. And I breathed into her. And that third breath that I breathed into, that second one that was really hard, that one dislodged whatever was clogging her. And so when I turned her on her side, all the water and throw up or whatever was clogging her came out. And then she just laid there. And she didn't look like she was breathing because I didn't see her chest. And I was like, and everyone's screaming out. And for a few minutes, it was just me and her. I didn't pay attention to any of that, what was going on. And then she was just laying there, and I couldn't tell if she was breathing yet. And everyone's like, "Pick her up." And I was like, just leave her alone. Just leave her alone. Let her breathe. Leave her alone. And then she let out and I was like, "Oh my God, thank you God. Thank you God. Thank you God." She started crying, and that's when the other lifeguards came and was like, "Are you the father?" And I was like, "No, I'm not the father." And then another guy came and they were like, "Are you the father?" And he was like, "I'm the uncle." And they were like, they whisked him off with her into another area, and then the EMT came, and the police interviewed me. Now I gotta tell you, I had at the time again an 8 and 11-year-old, and I would have never left them unattended. Why this this uncle left this 3-year-old unattended at the pool? I can't tell you. I can't imagine, and nobody would tell me anything. But I did save her life, thank God. And somewhere out in the world, hopefully she's living a great life. But yeah, that happened about 10 years ago. Happened in front of my two sons. So I know they remember it to this day. My son, youngest son, actually is studying to be an EMT and hopes to be a firefighter one day. So hopefully maybe that inspired him a little bit when he was 8 years old. I love you boys. Thank you for watching my channel, Jay Freeman 818. I'll see you next time. Peace. Are you gonna wait for him to get you a place? She drowned and was pulled out right about here.